Let's go tee off at Oracle Park. That's right, Oracle Park's
Oh,
premier golf
nice
event.
pants, by the way.
The ballpark.
Nice
That's
pants.
new money right there. That's Mo money. Moses Moody, look at
Got a
that.
comfortable swing.
Absolutely. The Ballpark Back Nine presented by the Bay Golf Club returns tomorrow through November 9th. Reserve your tee time now at sfgiants.com/golf.
That's cool.
I want to go out there. You know, I've got the itch.
Yo, you've been out there every day on the golf.
Grinding.
Is that what an addiction looks like?
That's what addiction looks like.
I heard once
They
you
say
get
that
a good
happens in
swing.
golf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard once you get a good swing.
You hit one flush, and I was like, my jaw dropped. It was like a kid on Halloween.
I've heard
Open
every
it up, submit
retired-
it.
every
A whole new
retired-
budget is allocated now to
Whoa,
golf.
I don't know about that. I'm looking for the free parks and the free ranges, Tina.
okay,
$11 to 60 balls. I'm
Well, the
good.
Ballpark 9 is open, y'all.
The Ballpark 9 is
that's an
open.
I need somebody to hit me up. I need some clubs. I need some
We know
clubs
the
my height.
Giants. They're partners with us. Maybe they could get us in there, Zena and Festus.
I need some
that'd be
clubs.
fun.
I can't
Oh, you
play
don't have
with
any
the
clubs?
yeah. Every
Well,
time
I'm sure
I
they
play,
got
I got
something
the
for you.
little, you know.
The bend, yeah, it's bad for your lower back.
Yeah,
gotta get
so
fitted for it.
Vontae is our new golfing influencer. So can you hook me up?
I got you. I know some people that know some people that can get to your people, Fessy. As you take a look, it's nothing like home. Home cooking, role players, points per game. There's no doubt. There's been some struggles on the road, but guys feel good when they get back at home in front of their home crowd. They sleep in their own beds. And you see the numbers with Moses Moody. Look at those splits from Moody especially. I'm a little surprised by that, Zena.
Yeah, I'm not. I think that there's been a little bit of inconsistency in terms of the play coming off the bench. However, the good news is that the bench points have been consistently better at home, on average about 7 or so points from the bench. I do think that, again, getting back into a rhythm, I'm not judging anything until we get to like 13 games. Honestly,
fair.
it's too early for me to judge. Oh, they're looking bad right now.
True.
I think this is an opportunity for them to bounce back.
When you're at home, you got home cooking, you got the crowd behind
Yeah.
you. I saw somebody. I heard. Did somebody say we need to get our joy back? Did I hear that? We got to reignite the
7
joy.
games in.
I'm saying so.
Fessy.
You know, whatever it is,
Joy
mental
back.
fatigue, all the things
That's
that I've
it.
heard in the news. No, we just getting started. The season's getting started.
Yeah.
I'm not judging the points just yet.
People still have their Halloween decorations up, Fezzy. It's too early for all that. Joy, I'm happy basketball's back, and I'm happy. Just thinking with Bob Fitzgerald and Kalina Azubuike for a little crossover here
Hey,
on
Buki,
Warriors
we're
Pregame
matching
Live.
today. Team chemistry,
Buki
baby.
and Fezzy's matching, no doubt about that. But let's get serious here for a second, Fitz. The live ball turnovers are driving me crazy and driving everybody crazy, which is leading to easy baskets on the other side. And Phoenix is now feeling good about themselves after beating San Antonio and winning 2 in a row. They've got to clean up the turnovers to get back on track.
You know, you hear this in football sometimes, the 49ers. Don't beat the 49ers, like don't beat yourself. The Warriors haven't been beaten on the road. The turnovers and the fouls, they kind of gifted games away because you're right in there in the fourth quarter at an 11-point lead against Indiana. So, yeah, stopping the turnovers. When you see them play a Denver game, a Clipper game, and have 9 turnovers for an entire game, it's not acceptable to have 22, 23 in a game. They're better than that. Don't beat the Warriors.
I think part of it is the Warriors are rushing at times, getting a little sped up, trying passes they shouldn't try. And you got to be careful in this game, too, because the Suns are 5th in opponent turnovers.
Yep.
They've been forcing a lot
Yep.
of turnovers. But the other thing is, Festus, if you can force some turnovers, the Suns, I think they're 25th when it comes to their own turnovers. They'll turn the ball over at times. They'll throw all over the place. Only reason they overcame that last game against the Spurs is because they were knocking down threes all over the place, plus
that's for
27
sure.
from behind the three-point line. But Festus, one thing I think about in this game, too, is the Suns are a really good shot blocking team. They have a lot of rim protection. Mark Williams, Nick Richards, they have a lot of bigs that can protect Ryan Dunn. He's 6'8", really solid defender.
Yep.
Talk to me about figuring out different ways to finish over these bigs, floaters, jumping into guys, not avoiding contact, running past the bigs if you can, because you don't want to just start settling for threes the whole night. You want to get to the free throw line. Obviously, Kuminga, Jimmy Butler, all those guys getting downhill a bunch.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You want me to give the secrets of the big man? Okay, that's fine. I will, all right? So when you're going against other bigs, you got to make sure you're on 2 feet because obviously the turnovers come when a lot of times the guys leave their feet and try to pass it over guys. You have long athletes, that's one thing. But when you get to the paint, you got to make sure you utilize your shot fakes. Big guys are always trying to block shots. They're always going to leave their feet. And so you got to utilize that drive to kick. And then we showed some action earlier about pinch post, where you throw it to the post guy, and then there's a split post action. All that ball movement can usually get guys in trouble. And when you bring them out to the deep water, when Steph Curry brings the bigs out to the three-point line on the ball screen, that's usually spells doom for the big on the other end.
And Zena, I think it's good that they ended up having a film session, because the Suns, 48% of their shots are threes. Like that's I had to relook at that number, 48%. So if you're defending, you got to figure everyone with Phoenix is launching from deep.
And Phoenix does a really great job of spacing the floor because they know they've got those wing shooters in Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal, Colin Gillespie. Those are the only players that are shooting 38% or higher on the Phoenix Suns. So you've got to be able to track them in the half court, but especially in transition. Royce O'Neal, he particularly loves a nice dagger three. He tries his best Steph Curry impression. He likes to cross half court and pull up. So the Warriors are definitely going to have their hands full with tracking on the perimeter.
All right, let's see if the Warriors can get back on track against Phoenix on the front end of a back-to-back, the third back-to-back of the young season. Fitz and Buki, you guys have a great call as we send it back to the Lazy Boy broadcast booth.
Yeah, I mean, another front end of a back-to-back. But for the Warriors, it's November, Kay. You don't want to, oh, it's November. Look, those last two losses on the road, those were not good. You don't want to make it 3 in a row. It puts a little pressure on a game like tonight.
You need to win tonight. You need to have a good performance, feel better about yourself. And the Warriors are understanding, look, we've talked about how good the West is. How good is the league? The league is really good. You go all over the place. Teams have really good players, even when they're depleted. Warriors understand this, learn from it. Come to Jesus game, whatever you want to call it. Look in the mirror, see what you can do to affect your team. Warriors have the star power, but you still got to work hard to win these games.
Well, you mentioned the star power. The Warriors undefeated at home, get big wins. You know, hey, on the road they beat the Lakers, and they come home and beat Denver and Memphis and the Clippers. But that's why when you look at Milwaukee and Indiana, the fourth quarters were just odd. Steph, Draymond, Jimmy get got by Ryan Rollins and Quentin Jackson, a 14-6 run by the Bucks, 21-5 against the Pacers. You just want to call that an aberration and then just put it in the rear view by playing tonight.
Well, you let these two guys get active early in their games, and then they're in rhythm. They're tough to stop late. They hit some big-time shots to crush you. But the key turnovers at the worst times the Warriors had down the stretch, the fouls, you're getting teams in the bonus early in the fourth quarter, that hurts you. Then the execution wasn't as good as the Warriors can be when it comes to your execution, making sure you're executing exactly what you want down the stretch, whether it's two-man game, setting your screens at the right time, the timing of plays, the spacing of plays. You need to correct all that in this game tonight.
Warriors have lost 2 in a row. Phoenix has won 2 in a row, including a really impressive win over San Antonio. But they have a star. I mean, Devin Booker can beat you by himself. This guy's had a 70-piece in a game. Our 4 plays of the day, inside, outside, handling another Kentucky guy. But, man, Devin Booker's a quality player.
I'm glad you said that, because if you didn't say it, I would have said it and reminded you and make sure you remember it the whole game. But Devin Booker, all-round games, one of the prettiest games in the league, one of the prettiest jumpers in the league. He's knocking down his 3-ball, but he's initiating. A lot of times he's the point guard, bringing it down the floor, making sure he's getting guys into their sets. And it's the balance. Do I go score? Do I get my teammates involved? Expect the Warriors to show double at times, but it's tough because there's shooters all over the court. You got to rotate to those guys.
When you win championships and you have great stats and resume, when you have a couple off games, you want to rectify that right away. And that's where undefeated at home, Steph Curry and Draymond Green are like, that road trip, we didn't like that much. Phoenix is in our way. Dub Nation is ready. They're home at Chase Center where they've been undefeated. Bring on the Suns. Bonte and the crew are back at the Gatehouse right after this. Warrior basketball on NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Toyota. Class-leading MPG and more hybrid models than any other brand. Toyota. Let's go places. By CGI Technology and Professional Services. Insights you can act on. And by Jack in the Box, the mastermind behind the Monster Churro, Monster Mozzarella Stick, and Monster Tacos. When you're in a stretch where you play 10 of 12 on the road, you have to take advantage of the rare home game. And tonight, the Suns and the Dubs. Phoenix has yet to win on the road. The Warriors have yet to lose at home. So the friendly confines of Chase Center, and And the Warriors want to put a less than stellar 2-game road trip in the rear view.
Find a way to get back on track. It's essential. And it's not going to be easy tonight either, because this Suns team is feeling good coming off a really nice win against the Spurs where they held Wemby to only 9 points.
Yeah.
Great defense performance. We'll talk more about that in the Spurs game, but 3-ball defense is going to be important. You spoke on it. 48% of this team's shots, their field goal attempts, are threes. They shoot them up. Their 3rd in attempts. Warriors are 5th in attempts. Who wins that battle? You got to contest as much as possible. I think pick and roll defense is going to be key. They run a good amount of pick and rolls, pick and roll man, pick and roll ball handler. With Devin Booker, he's kind of the guy that's going to be initiating the most, bringing the ball up. They have multiple ball handlers. And then you got to take care of the ball. Both of these teams will turn the ball over. Can you force turnovers and take care of it yourself?
That might be the 3rd member of our broadcast team tonight. Gary Payton is wearing a microphone.
I love it.
So when GP2 is mic'd up, anything can happen.
Good vibes all the way around. You see he's got to touch it up with everybody, shake hands, get off to a great start here.
So Quentin Post to Mark Williams to jump it up, and Phoenix controls the tap. So Devin Booker, Grayson Allen, Ryan Dunn, Royce O'Neal, and Mark Williams. But the 3-point shooting from O'Neal and Devin Booker and Colin Gillespie.
Grayson
Allen off iron there. And Kay said it, 48% of their shots are threes. So for Phoenix, they're doing a lot of work beyond the arc. Ryan Dunn, he's one of the shooters you would actually want to shoot threes. His percentage is not great.
24% right now.
Steph, Jimmy, Kuminga, Draymond, and Quentin Post. Jimmy Butler had a sore back, but the game time decision, and the decision was to play. Kuminga trying to reverse that, and Grayson Allen bothered him.
Yeah, Grayson lost sight of him, but he recovered pretty well.
Devin Booker, and fouled on the drive.
So Steph was on him, and thought he got a good amount of ball, but it's kind of reaching over his shoulder. It's probably a good call. You know Devin Booker is going to be super aggressive. He's the unquestioned leader now. And I talked about him initiating at times and handling the ball. Sometimes they'll start him off the ball depending on how he's covered. But talking about this team not really having a traditional point guard, I touched on this a few games ago. There's Jordan Knott, 4 different coaches in 4 years for this Suns organization. They're just trying to find some stability. But you think about the way the league looks. There's big point guards. A lot of times there's a 7-footer initiating. There's a 6'5", 6'7" guy initiating. You turn on League Pass, all different sides of guys initiating and bringing up the ball. So it's kind of what this Suns team is going with, multiple ball handlers.
Yeah, Jordan Knott was an assistant with Kenny Atkinson in Cleveland. Jimmy Butler getting inside, but that laid on the iron and wouldn't go down. Mark Lindsey, Marat Kogut, and Brett Nansel blowing the whistles. Devin Booker off iron, but the ricochet right back to him for 3. And Booker can't pay it off. So you've had 2 early offensive rebounds by the Suns. Butler on the block. A split cut with Steph, but Ryan Dunn stayed right with it. So Jimmy going ISO. Draymond's got an open 3.
See Williams came off of Draymond. They're willing to give him that shot to sell out to Jimmy.
So Kuminga, the point of attack, dealing with Devin Booker. And Allen spacing out for 3.
So he's shooting 9 threes a game, around 9 a game, up from like around 5 last year. So he's letting it fly.
Quentin Post, first Warrior bucket. When you say letting it fly, Grayson Allen, 24 made threes in 7 games. That tied the Suns franchise record. Royce O'Neal beat the Suns franchise record. Why do we bring up the franchise record? Because our friend Jason Richardson had it.
There you go.
He had 24 threes in the first 7 games for Phoenix.
Love Jay Rich.
Mark Williams and Draymond changed that shot. Butler in transition to lay it up and in.
See, that's the greatness of Draymond defensively. He had to stay up on that ball screen, so he was behind the play, recovered perfectly, just peeled off his guy and still got that block shot.
Draymond wants that 10th all-defensive team. Pretty good defense there on Grayson Allen. Yeah, you look at all the all-defense first team last year. They're all young guys except for Draymond Green. His 9th selection, Quentin Post dropping in another 3.
There's 2 of those now. The pick and pops with Quentin Post. That's why they love him in the game. That stretch big. Mark Williams is having a tough time getting back out there after staying with the ball handler deep into the paint.
Devin Booker getting to that mid-range. Steph played him well, and Kuminga rebounding. Critical that J.K. stays on that glass. He's been so good at the beginning of the year. That time took into trouble with the turnover. Ryan Dunn unable to pay it off because Draymond was back there again. Draymond Green, come on!
Draymond will not concede. Doesn't matter if you have numbers. He has confidence in himself. This is the one where he was behind the play and he had to peel off of Dunn, and somehow he still got to Williams and blocked that one. That's supposed to be a layup, and they have all kinds of numbers here. It's a 3-on-2, but not even really. He's back there by himself until Kuminga got there late. Still blocks that one. He is amazing defensively. They're going to challenge it.
Well, you think about how good Draymond is. 2 stops, no fouls. One of the few guys in the league can do it. The Sprite Coaches Challenge is on the way. Up 8-5 in the Sprite Coaches Challenge. It is off of Draymond Green, but Kalena Azubuike, let me ask you, 8:27 remaining in the first quarter. No points involved, no free throws involved, no fouls involved. You're going to burn a challenge? Yes, it's correct. You got a possession, but you're going to burn a challenge right now?
It's interesting. Jordan Knott's kind of new to this, and I saw Devin Booker twirling his fingers. And when the star player is doing that,
there you go.
And you're in your first year, it's tough to say no as Grayson Allen goes to the basket. The Warriors collapse on him.
Now, Statman extraordinaire David Feldman had a good point.
Approximate foul.
Yeah, maybe you would have gotten an approximate foul on Draymond, which would have resulted in free throws. Okay, so I can see that.
No, Draymond didn't do that.
Ryan Dunn, corner 3. And the Suns, the challenge, the possessions, they still don't score. Phoenix is open 1 of 11 here. Steph Curry with a 3.
Steph's like, forget about the play. I am the advantage. This step back, clean.
He walked back and said, challenge that.
Yeah. Best in the league, bar none.
Grayson Allen, you just see everything is on the perimeter, in, out, and back out to three-point shooters. That's their offense. Royce O'Neal missing there. And you want to live outside, they're 1 of 6 right now.
And make sure with all the three-point shooting, long rebounds, you have that cover. They did a pretty good job there.
Witten post on the roll. Jimmy Butler, time to set his feet.
So there's your double team on Steph. It's already happening.
Cycling around to Booker. Now they're still waiting for Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green to get healthy and get back to playing. They're both close to returning. Got to make Phoenix different, but right now it's Devin Booker against the world a little bit. He's good enough to beat the world, by the way. Kuminga doubled. Quentin Post, all he can eat. 3 threes here in the first quarter.
Well, they haven't figured out his pick and pop yet. He's run it with a few different guys. It's been executed perfectly every time, and Mark Williams is being taken all the way almost to the baseline that time. There's no way he can get back out.
Devin Booker's getting a roll. But Williams guarding Wembanyama one night, and now Quentin Post, he don't want to get out to 25 feet.
Well, it's interesting. They had Royce O'Neal on Wembanyama a lot, and sometimes it was Jordan Goodwin. They had Smalls on him the whole night.
Steph with the show and go. There is the shot blocker. And you saw Williams change that floater.
I told you about that in the open.
Grayson Allen taking it right back.
See, with the shot blockers, he may have to go teardrop. Steph tried it there. He just couldn't gauge it right.
Draymond, nice pass to Jimmy Butler. Williams is there. And he comes up with a stop again.
They're 7th in the league in blocking shots. And a lot of them, sometimes it's just changing shots. They didn't get the shot block.
Grayson Allen missing there. Now, Milwaukee and Indiana tape against the Warriors. Young teams are like, play 100 miles an hour.
Absolutely.
Wear them out.
And that's what Jordan Knott wanted to do anyway with this team. Oh, looked like he was out of bounds.
Back to Steph. Draymond and Steph have been doing that for 14 years. Another 3.
Steph barely reestablished in bounds with that relocate. It worked out.
Tipped up and in Mark Williams, but Quentin Post got hit in the midsection on that drive, and he's bent over on the baseline.
That's the last thing you need.
Yeah, Post is not moving right now. They've been doing this longer than any 2 teammates in the NBA playing currently, and the Warrior lead is 4.
I'm finna rally today, so don't say nothing crazy. Okay? I'm finna rally today. Yeah.
Steph says no, and then the second person they go to.
They know. Good content. It's good content over here. Hey, good content. I dare you to. I dare you. That's gotta be a flagrant or something. It's gotta be something. And you're sneaky. I've seen you.
The problem with Gary Payton is he doesn't have fun.
Bro, he
doesn't enjoy his teammates. He's not engaging.
He's exactly what we need after those last 2 losses. His great energy. Steph coming off a screen here. I love how they always have to warn their teammates they're wearing the mic. Like, I'm the feds, don't say nothing crazy.
Steph Curry with a tough bank shot. Trayce Jackson-Davis, Brandon Podziemski, and Moses Moody's first playing time with Steph and Draymond. Al Horford won't play tonight. He is available for Sacramento tomorrow on the back-to-back.
It's great to see Trayce Jackson-Davis getting some minutes here. See if he can bring some force.
Devin Booker's rolling right now. He's got 8.
He's shooting it so well to start this season. He's in rhythm, and he gets himself going early in games. He doesn't waste any time.
Also, Iguodala is in, along with Connor Gillespie. Podziemski reversing it up and in. Now, Connor Gillespie has more bench threes than any other player in the league right now.
Another shooter. And Podziemski got that drive because 2 defenders committed to Steph again.
Trayce sending Iguodala away. Podziemski corner 3. That one rattling out.
You know, Iguodala is really solid defensively, athletic, big, and Steph gets a steal.
Steph's got to beat Ryan Dunn, reverses and had a block, but Moody didn't give up on the play.
Got to keep running. Never assume anything. Like, the Suns will turn it over, too. They're 25th in the league in turnovers.
There's Gillespie right down the lane.
You want to take away his 3-ball, but he really moves well without the ball as well.
5 years at Villanova, Connor Gillespie, 20 made threes off the bench.
Just a smart player.
Podziemski from the baseline. Brandon has started to shoot the ball really well. In his last 10 of 18 on the road trip, last 4 games, 55% from the field.
TJD got him open. What kind of screens are you setting? Are you making sure you don't move on the screen and get a moving screen? TJD did a great job.
Iguodala, Podziemski, and Moody combining that rebound. Warriors are running it back. Moody dropping it inside, and then Trayce had it knocked away. It'll still be Warrior ball.
See, that's how good Iguodala is. Just made Moody passed that one and then got back to TJD and stripped it. But Steph just shot the gap, caught Dunn off guard. Dunn got him, but then Moses Moody run the floor. Never assume they're going to make the layup. You may get an easy one. That was not easy as he's falling over. So the presence of mind to get it up on the rim and in.
That was great basketball because Ryan Dunn anticipated Steph floating underneath. Had a clean block, but then Moody never gave up on the play. It was really nice all the way around. Buddy Hield's first playing time. Moody to beat the buzzer off iron.
Look at that defense, Devin Booker. Got to give him credit there.
Phoenix is playing awfully hard. They won their last 2 games against Utah and the Spurs. They lost 4 in a row, but come back with back-to-back wins. They're looking for their first road win. The lob, Podziemski was going to catch that and try to flip it up. Warriors will still take possession.
Hayes Davis was there. That's probably one that should have been thrown, but they'll live to see another day. Steph gets a break.
And those are when we talk about turnovers. What's the percentage on a pass like that?
You're just trying to get back to some consistency. Those last 2 games, you don't want this to be a season where it's Jekyll and Hyde, especially if the Hall of Famers are playing. You want to seize every opportunity you get, man.
Right.
The sense of urgency has to be through the roof. As close as the West is going to be.
Nigel Hayes Davis, the 4 years at Wisconsin. Buddy Hield brimming that out. Warriors are not shooting it particularly well. They're playing hard, and TJD knocked that one away. Podziemski headed the keys 3. And the Dubs are 9 of 23, 39% shooting. But they're holding Phoenix to 30% shooting. This guy has no problem shooting. Devin Booker in, out, up, and out.
I was about to say, if he made that, it's about time to start double teaming him.
That ball kicked. Now, Kay, Have we had a fast tempo in this first quarter? Yeah. Okay. Each team has 1 turnover each.
Pretty good.
This idea that if you play fast, oh, there's a lot of turnovers. No, they're getting shots up. They're not shooting it particularly well, but that's the first thing. Get shots up. Get shots on goal.
And the idea that if you play fast, then you have to be rushed. You don't have to be rushed. You can take your time, take a beat, read the defense. Both teams doing a pretty solid job there.
Moody for 3. So Moses, good on the glass, playing tough defense and railing his first triple. Now 2 of 3 from the field.
You like him working off the screens. Again, TJD, just be big and get in the way. Don't move. Don't get that moving screen, because that's a turnover too.
Goodwin attacking Buddy Hield. Trace changed that shot. Trace with the rebound. TJD, good energy in this first quarter. They reward him with the dunk. Buddy Hield saw the big man running. An 11-2 Warrior run. And when the guy's blocking shots, rebounding the ball, sprinting 94 feet, throw it back to him.
That's what TJD can bring to the table. His athleticism. They can't keep up with you. Beat him down the floor. Finish high. 28-17 Warriors. Good start.
Michelob Ultra. All you got to do is look up at the video board, scan the QR code if you know who is rocking this fit. Now, number 1, let's just start with the head shape, then work your way down. Who would rock something that cool? That black jacket with a little bit of the green. I mean, he came in dripping and stepping. Who is it? All right, just gonna give you a couple more seconds. All right, 93% of you are correct. It is Jimmy Butler III. That's how you come in dripping. That's the Mystery Drip presented by Michelob Ultra.
Warriors push it up 11, and Buddy Hield comes up with a steal. He's tied up for a jump ball, but Buddy Hield had the great assist to TJD, and then bothering Gillespie on the handle.
So this time, Gillespie was bringing the ball to the floor. How many different guys have brought the ball up the floor for the Suns? And at times you can take advantage of that. Like, get your hands active. Buddy Hield moving his feet. They got the ball at the right time.
You just said it, Kay. For all young players, he moved his feet first.
That's it.
Don't reach and foul. Move your feet first. Then you can knock it away.
And again, the Suns 25th in the league in turnovers. They can struggle there at times. See if you can win this jump ball.
So Nigel Hayes-Davis and Buddy. And Buddy Hield knocks it to the open spot.
You just quick jump them. It's your reaction time on those. Can you jump quicker than the other guy?
Warrior reserve's been very good. Expanded the lead here. Clear side for Jimmy Butler. Surveys. Buddy spacing out for 3. Buddy Hield and Jimmy Butler. The bobblehead comes to life.
Well, they have rapport on and off the floor, right? And Jimmy Butler, threatening drive, make the defense react, and just a subtle slide to the left for Buddy Hield.
Did you see that Trace Jackson-Davis didn't let Gillespie squeeze that 3 off? Good scouting report. Grayson Allen takes it inside.
Grayson Allen, he's looking to take off this season, expanding his game, more on his shoulders.
You can go 2 for 1 here. Podziemski dropping it to Trace.
See, Trace Jackson-Davis is reminding people what he brings to the table. That's vertical spacing. 2 defenders go with pods. He can throw it up to him.
And Buddy trying to double, comes up with the foul.
And you mentioned it, the bench, how well they're playing this game. That was kind of the bright spot. Those 2 losses, especially against the Pacers, as you see pods throw it up.
You had Brandon, you had Guy Santos.
Guy Santos came in, Moses Moody, offensive rebounding.
Well, they built the 11-point lead.
Yeah. And even in that Bucks game, in the first half, more than the second half, they came in the game, kind of changed things from the jump. So this is something that the Warriors want to make a trend all season. It happened a lot last season where the bench comes in and changes things. Oh, you can't do that.
Moody fortunate as Devin Booker couldn't guide that home. It's about a 2-second game shot clock difference winding down the first quarter. Jimmy Butler just always in control and directing traffic. The veteran Royce O'Neal. 5 to shoot. Butler from the baseline lost the handles, got to turn and shoot the fadeaway. Buddy Hield was not reestablished. He went out of bounds, came back in first to touch it, so that'll be Phoenix ball.
You're okay with that. Anytime Jimmy Butler wants to take the bull by the horn and go himself, he kind of bobbled it there. He might have got off a cleaner, more comfortable shot.
Final 3 seconds. Butler had the steal, and that will do it. We're going to hear from the boss man. Joe Lacob is going to join us. We're going to talk about the Golden State Community Fund. The Dubs have given away $50 million, and we will explain as the big man is with us in the second. Grand, all these different organizations, and 4 titles, 6 trips to the finals, but the Golden State Community Foundation, when you're giving away $50 million, yes, we put a headset on you and make you talk about it. I know you're really proud of it, and you should be. It's made a huge difference since you bought the team.
Yeah, I am really proud of it, and I'm proud of my wife for all the work she's done, to be honest. But also, yeah, $52 million, I think. It's just an amazing accomplishment. You know, most people start a foundation and they give away some percentage of it usually, and we didn't do it that way. We go through the task of raising the money every year. We start from zero and we give it all away. So it's a whole lot of hard work, and but we get a lot of impact when we do it that way.
Well, thank you for letting us make those calls, by the way. It's not just the money you give, too. All the different events, you guys think of everything. Like, I was just at a library refurbishment at an elementary school not too long ago. Where does that come from, the passion, not just to give the money, but put boots on the ground, get volunteers there, and make it like a community thing?
No, it's a fantastic thing in the community. Everyone gets involved, and, you know, look, it's a great thing for us to do. Oh, I thought he was going to go up and dunk.
He's right, people, wasn't he? Oh, my goodness.
But it's a great thing to get people involved and to do that, and it's all for a tremendous cause that both Nicole and I and others on the foundation are all committed to, which is helping some people. The most important thing, education, and our youth. So it's a really good feeling when you do it.
Does the motivation come that Nicole was a school teacher in a formative part of her life and realized just the need that is there throughout the community?
I think we're both committed to that idea of doing that. It just so happens she was a teacher. So I looked at her when we first started. I said, hey, isn't this your field?
Whose idea was it to raise the money, though, and give it away every single year, though?
Well,
I mean,
that was
up to $52 million and start from zero. That's crazy.
That is crazy. But that was my idea because I didn't, you know, I just wanted to have the most impact that we possibly could. And it always bothered me when people do these endowed, you know, things and where they give out 4% a year and like, oh yeah, you're building it up and it'll be around forever, giving money away. But how about we have the most impact that we can up front? Right now.
Nick Richards able to put that in. Well, Colin and I, along with Steve Kerr, Steph Curry, we get to make the phone calls. And I'm telling you, calling someone and saying, your organization's getting $80,000
it's different
from the Golden State Community Fund. I mean, really, it's one of my favorite days of the year. And then to do it on a game day, I'm like, this is the best day ever. Moody missing there, and it ricochets out to Butler with the Warriors holding the 14-point lead.
Now, we are coming up on 15-year anniversary of you owning the team. Could you ever imagine, as Podziemski knocks out, Podziemski is playing so well right now. Could you ever have imagined this much success looking back on the journey? What's it like for you as the owner, just watching what you've been through as a team and this organization, everybody, all the success you've had?
It is kind of amazing to me. 15 years has gone by so fast. Could we have imagined it? Yeah, I guess we could have imagined it, but honestly, it's kind of every day's a new day, and we just keep trying to add to what we've been doing and feel good about it. And I think the whole organization feels that way. It's not just me, it's everybody. Well, I think we're part of the community. We know that. We need to contribute.
You built the building, you've got the Valkyries, you have the 4 titles, the 6 trips to the finals. I know Peter is a Hollywood producer, but if someone wrote that script, no one's buying that movie.
It's ridiculous.
Well,
because I remember Peter. on day one, 15 years ago, that's a lonely banner. We want 4. I mean, who is this crazy guy that bought the team?
Yeah, well, you know, we all live with, you should live with dreams. You should have dreams. And we were dreaming big, and we've been able to cash in on some of those dreams, and it's a nice feeling.
So cashing in deep there. Talked about Gillespie, and he's going to get another opportunity. And that is going to get a Steve Kerr timeout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Can you hang for a couple minutes?
Sure.
Gillespie leading the NBA in reserves in threes. Warriors have played well, but the back-to-back threes cut it to 10, and Steve Kerr takes time. Warrior basketball on NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by the San Jose State Spartans. Get your tickets today at sjsuspartans.com. At Chase Center with the Warriors up 10, 9:47 remaining in the first half. The NBA Cup is back, and you can secure your seats for all Warrior Cup games at Chase Center. The matchups against the Blazers and the Rockets. All the tickets available at Warriors.com or 888-GSW-HOOP. And Joe Lacob, your thoughts on the NBA Cup? The players are interested. The courts are different. The fans are starting to get it.
And the group of death we're in. Oh my goodness. Houston, Spurs. But you got to have confidence in your squad.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I don't pay a lot of attention to the Cup. Maybe the players do because of the extra money they get. I just care about every game. I just want to win games.
There you go. He's a winner.
Adam Silver just texted you. Joe, the NBA Cup, we want you to talk about it.
I know. It's a good thing for the league. It creates, some more attention in the fall, and that's a good thing.
When they switch up the court, like the atmosphere, the buzz in the building, it feels a tiny bit different, right? A little bit.
Pat Spencer stayed with Gillespie, so he couldn't shoot that three. Grayson Allen to Richards inside to put it up and out, and Moody knocks it away. You were busy this summer. The Valkyries, you seem to enjoy all those games. We saw you courtside.
Nice shot, Moses. Honestly, I love that. The Valkyries was such an unbelievably great experience for everybody involved. Our fans were incredible. That's the number one thing. And I think the Bay Area was anticipating and wanting something like this. And obviously, great block there by Quentin. But I think it was so much better than even I expected. It was a fantastic experience.
Well, making the playoffs your first year, and then there's only like 5% fan crossover Warriors to Valkyries, so it's a lot of new fans as the Warriors turn the ball over there. But just the Bay Area embracing the Valkyries and so many new fans coming out, it just sounds different in the building.
The ricocheted Quentin Post, Pat Spencer with Moody and Butler, and Moses.
Okay.
Dropping in another three.
Moses is on fire today.
Playing well. The bench. It's the bench, Joe.
All right, Joe, you're not leaving. You have to stay again. Phoenix.
While it's going well.
Yeah. The bench is 26-10. The bench is
going to stay as the Warriors expand the lead. Phoenix takes time. Lacob's comment, Moses is playing well. Warriors' biggest lead is right now 45-27, late 15 remaining in the half. And Kalena jotted down some of the Golden State Valkyries' accomplishments. Most wins by an expansion team. First expansion team to qualify for the playoffs. Natalie Nikase, we had her on the broadcast. She's amazing. And Veronica Burton, give her the ball at the end of a game.
Amazing.
And then they sold out every single game. As Kay mentioned, only a 5% crossover Valkyrie Warrior fans. So you brought, Joe, a whole new fan base to another sporting team in the Bay Area.
It worked out, very, very well. I really couldn't have seen it in all respects working out this well. On court and off court, both happening at the same time. Of course, when you do well on the court, it does help, of course, off court.
Sure.
So we're very proud of it. And our coach, I love our coach.
Royce O'Neal hitting the three. What do you think about Phoenix shooting 48% of their shots are threes for the season? Is that where the NBA is headed?
Does seem that way, doesn't it?
Kind of. A guy named Steph Curry on your team kind of started that three-ball wave. But speak to, we talked about the Chase Center, Chase Center as Pat Spencer misses and gets it back. The personality of Chase Center and how fans have come out, the home court advantage has become for Valkyries and the Warriors. All 22 games for the Valkyries sold out. You see the fan base coming out for these games all the time. What do you like about Chase Center and what it's become in the home court advantage it's become? Because it's pretty impressive now.
Well, obviously, when we moved here, a lot of people thought we could not duplicate Oracle in Oakland.
Jackson Davis dunking that down.
Beautiful. I've always maintained it's really more about the fans. It's the people in the building more than the building itself. And, our fans are tremendous. We have just an incredible fan base. And what people didn't expect was to have a fan base like this on the women's side. I mean, immediately, and to the extent that they root for this team is just unbelievable.
It's unreal.
Well, you were a Warrior season ticket holder. You were a fan before you bought the team. You knew that this was kind of an unpolished gem, and you and Peter Guber, now 15 years later, as successful a launch of a franchise that's ever really happened.
Yeah, I don't think it's launch time anymore. But it's really been so much fun. And I mean, I love it every single day. And you know, to get back to this arena, in all honesty, one of the things I'm most proud of and I feel great about is when I walk in the building every time.
Yeah.
I feel so good. And by the way, sitting at you guys have good seats here.
Yeah, I love it. The perspective up here, you kind of see plays develop a little bit.
We're only speaking to a couple 100,000 people every broadcast. Do you want us to have poor seats? What are you talking about? You have the highest local TV ratings. Do you realize this as well?
I don't think he was complaining. I think he was.
Must be because of our announcers.
He was complimenting the area he gave us here.
So there's two things, Kay, that when I think of Joe Lacob, I think of that's a lonely banner, we want another one. And at the first championship parade, it wasn't luck that we won it the first time, and it won't be luck when we win it again.
I love it. I love it. That's confidence, man.
Well, some people would call it something else, I guess.
No, I think this whole the Bay Area feeds off of that confidence that you exude.
When the owner of the team is the biggest fan of the team, you gotta love that.
I mean, what am I supposed to be, not a fan?
I know, right? Yeah. I don't know if we can win. I'm not sure.
DJD finding Buddy Hield out of the corner. Bottoms the three. Trayce Jackson-Davis minutes in this game have been fantastic.
Joe, your plus-minus is through the roof, by the way.
Really?
Oh, my goodness.
I should sit here all the time.
Yeah, you're the secret weapon here.
I want you to put your dad hat on for a second. And we got free throws, which is perfect. Your daughter, Casey Lacob, and the movie Everything to Me is now on Apple TV Plus, now on Amazon, on all the streaming services. I got to see it at the Mill Valley Film Festival. The movie is incredible. Casey did an amazing job. And as a dad, you just got to be bursting with pride.
I am. It's, you know, I try to warn her. It's a very difficult thing to go into, and to write and direct your first film. I mean, I really didn't know if she could do it, to be honest. But it is a terrific movie. I'm a proud dad saying that, but I've had a lot of people who've seen it now and really liked it, and it's gotten critically reviewed quite well in the Hollywood scene, according to Peter, who would know.
Peter Guber would know.
And, you know, I'm just proud of her, frankly, just pulling it off and doing it. Every dad would feel that way. But it's also, I would encourage anyone, you know, it's worth a few bucks to go watch it. It's especially dads and daughters.
It's a
really
family
good.
story. It's a Bay Area story. I mean, if you got Amazon Prime, you got Apple TV Plus, you got Fandango, you got YouTube.
I love it.
Everything to me. I could not recommend it more highly. I thought it was fantastic.
Well,
I'm going to see it.
Casey is very happy right now with you.
Well, I love Casey already, so. But
Hey, put it out there, man.
But I think, you know, there's a personal angle to it, and there's a character that resembles Joe Lacob as well in that, too. So.
I hope not too much.
Well, don't spoil it too much. I haven't seen it, so don't spoil it.
Well, no, because
I got to see it.
Coletta sleeps on planes. I don't, so I'm a huge movie buff.
Yeah.
But to see that at the Mill Valley Film Festival, see it in the theaters, I just loved it.
I will tell you this: there are elements of this that are autobiographical.
Okay.
So it's not all based on facts or things that happened, but it's partially.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was a little bit of a tough thing. I didn't know when I was going to see it what it was, how people would be portrayed, but she did a really good job.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And you had Kent get married this summer. You had to be the father of the groom and everything, too. You had a busy summer, Mr. Lacob.
Got a lot going on.
I did. And, you know.
Joe said, I can't wait for the Warrior season to start for things to slow down. And Devin Booker to rim that home.
One more thing with the Valkyries. You know who the biggest Valkyries fan was? AirPods. Brandon Podziemski. He sat with you sometimes. He was wearing the jerseys. He was up. Steph came to games. Steve Kerr. We both came to games. But how about the Warriors coming out to support the Valkyries?
And Steph fouled on the ground.
We had tremendous support from them, and Pods is definitely one of our greatest fans.
Yeah, he was on the court sometimes.
He was sitting with me, and then I had to stop that because he was getting more attention than me.
I heard there was an ugly incident where you said, Brandon, the floor seats cost this much. If you'd like to stay, if you'd like season tickets so I can work it out for you.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was, no, but I think, you know, Steph was at games. You and Vito game, we sat the game, they clinched the playoffs. I mean, it was really a great story all year. Steph Curry rimming that out.
man. My wife loved it. The atmosphere was insane.
The logo for the Valkyries and the color scheme, perfect. I mean, just Valhalla was something else. Jonathan Kuminga's been something else the early part of the season. He lays it up and in.
Yo, his pace, his ability to read the defense, understanding when to go, when to pass, when to set that ball screen or hand off and roll. Like, he's doing it all right now, seeing all the pictures.
That is going to be a blocking foul.
I think Steph was in the restricted circle there. But Goodwin jumped up and helped Steph up. It's good sportsmanship, but watch Steph. Oh, he's outside of it. Ooh. He's outside of that restricted circle. Took that knee to the chest. He's going to challenge.
Steve Kerr's going to challenge it.
Yeah,
so
you got to challenge that.
Joe, we're going to let you get back down to your seat. Your plus-minus was fantastic. You leave with a 20-point lead.
Let's see what happens at the end of the game if we hold it.
If they start leaking oil, just run back up here, will you?
$52 million given away. Congratulations.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Thanks guys.
Job,
Joe Lacob with Golden State Community Foundation. What a day. The Warrior lead at 20, and the Sprites Coaches Challenge is on the way. Glenn Azubuike made an interesting observation that Steph Curry was outside the restricted area. Did he get an illegal guarding position before Goodwin began the upward shooting motion? You be the judge. Seems pretty set there.
He's there. He's outside of it. And Goodwin led with his knee. I mean, if Steph is going to stand there and take one to the chest like that, you challenge and see if he can get rewarded. Makes a lot of sense. Warriors are defending at a high level right now.
Well, they're holding Phoenix to 36% shooting.
See, this is the get back the Warriors wanted, the bounce back, and it starts on the defensive end. You understand you have a tough job with all the threes they're going to shoot.
Now, you see Mark Lindsay, he's got the earpiece. Now that we've started November, you can talk via the earpiece to Secaucus in the replay center. So he's having the discussion with Sean Wright.
I just want to see his presentation because we missed the first one. It was very matter-of-fact, very concise.
Mark Lindsay has got a little Billy Kennedy going right now.
He's nice with it.
And he also is almost like he's in a courtroom like Matlock. So he's got both of those things going.
Yeah.
And a very excellent explanation and rhythm. So, all right, Academy Award nomination. Here we go, Mark Lindsay. Take it away.
After review, defender Curry establishes a legal guarding position outside of the restricted area. As a result, the ruling on the floor will be overturned to an offensive foul on Phoenix's Goodwin. The challenge is successful, and Golden State will retain their timeout in this situation. Play will resume with a backcourt throw-in for Golden State, with the shot clock reset to 24.
A++ for that presentation.
Mark Lindsay, 19 years in the league, 45 playoff games.
Did you see the hand motion?
Yeah.
He let his hand help you understand.
Didn't it have a little courtroom thing?
Yeah, kind of.
The witness saw you leave the Diamond Center with a bag of undetermined contents. But that is also when the diamonds were reported stolen.
Oh my goodness. No, he did well.
Very good. And it was a great charge drawn by Steph Curry. Glenn eyed it right here. Said, yeah, he was outside the restricted area, and he was set. Trayce Jackson-Davis having an incredible half and a great pass and a better block. Ryan Dunn can guard, man.
Yeah, he was behind on that one. It was split action to Steph, fake like he's coming over, went back door, and he still got there.
Grayson Allen tried to throw it back. Buddy Hield was ready. And the foul on Trayce as Mark Williams caught the ball.
Trayce Jackson-Davis was holding on to him. They have a chance to be better. They struggled defensively, the Suns did last season, but they have the personnel to make somewhat of a jump.
Well, when they get Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks is a great defender. Jalen Green's going to be more firepower with Devin. So I'm curious how the Suns will roll. I've always liked Mark Williams. His issue has been being healthy, and Pat Spencer comes up with a steal.
How good has Pat Spencer been?
Buddy Hield dropping a three.
See, Pat Spencer's been making plays. He plays with such speed, and he pushes the ball so well, and he's getting threatening drives, making the defense react, kicking it out.
Booker will line up a three. Big rebound. Trace Jackson-Davis has it. TJD has 7 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. Also takes pressure off Steph with Pat Spencer being an extra ball handler. Shot clock at 7. Dominguez got to make something out of nothing here. Shot clock at 3. JK having that knocked away. And so that steal will be the easiest bucket of the night for Booker.
Thought he got hit on the arm. Now you're just trying to keep your foot on the gas pedal and finish off this half really well. You've built this big lead. Can you keep it is the question.
You've had it as high as 25, sitting at 23 right now, but you bring up a good point. He wanted it to be 12 or something at halftime. Curry missing there. Trace knocked it away. Booker, quickest man to the ball. Ryan Dunn. And I tell you, he's sub 30%, but if he becomes a three-point shooter with the way he rebounds and defends, fantastic young player. So the Suns make it 20, and the Dubs will take time. Casino winning. Home court, Kay, we were talking about it. You know, 21-22, great home record. 22-23, great home record. I don't know what happened in the last 2 years. 21-20, 24-17. That's not Dub Nation. That's not the Warriors. I love the 3-0 beginning, but in the West, you gotta take teams out when they come to your building.
We must protect this house. That's the motto. This place, it's become a really great home court. It's developed its own personality. The fans have embraced it. They come out, they're engaged. They yell at the right times. They yell to make things happen at times. You can feed off of their energy. Go ahead and reward them. Come out and give your best effort. See all these fans out here, all the Warriors swag looking great.
You know what I say at the open practice? Leave your quiet friends at home. Put your phone down for a second and let the other team know about it.
As the Dub Nation has been doing their job. They get loud here. It's been really good. Warriors have to do their job as well. Great start to the season at home. Can you keep that going here? You're off to a great start in this game.
What are you looking for final 3 minutes of the half, Kay?
Well, keep doing what got you here. You think about the shot selection. You don't have to force any threes. You can get to the basket. See if you can get to the free throw line. Continue to take care of the ball. Only 4 turnovers.
Buddy Hield 3. That's okay. Just keep getting shots up. Buddy's got 9 off the bench. Going to Devin Booker to try to make it, 12 or 14 or something at halftime, some manageable number. Ryan Dunn, same spot, same shot, different result. And Draymond the rebound. Touchdown pass. Buddy Hield's got a layup.
That's that Kevin Love two-hand outlet pass from Draymond Green. That was amazing. He led him perfectly, too. West Sunsettle.
Oh, nice.
Come on now, keep going back.
I thought you were going to go Stan Love, Kevin Love's dad. Pass into Mark Williams to hammer that down.
That's a great pickup for them.
Well, he almost was a Laker.
He almost.
For the Dalton Connect trade, and then he didn't pass the physical.
Super athletic big, good rim protector, rebounder. When he's on the floor, he's productive.
Steph making the big man dance, and Mark Williams did a good job forcing that miss.
And he's pretty switchable. He can guard the perimeter at times, like you just saw.
Booker will walk into a 3. Draymond, he walled off Williams, and that's where you got to help out Draymond, because Goodwin got a freebie.
Well, the defense was just kind of lifted there. Draymond was down there by himself. Everybody has to get down there and rebound. All hands on deck.
Two men covering Steph. Buddy Hield to the baseline. Cycle it back out to Curry for 3. Good in, out, and ball movement there.
See, that's how you beat the double team if you're Steph. You get double team, give it up, relocate. They'll lose sight of you. Maybe take a quick break, and unselfish from Buddy Hield. He could have shot that one. Instead, he went show and go. Throw it to the greatest shooter that's ever lived.
Royce O'Neal and Booker moving the ball nicely. Devin Booker fouled as he floats that in. He's the only Sun in double figures. He's got 16. And a free throw coming, came in averaging 30.
Well, Devin Booker, you know he's going to
stay aggressive, look to get his. He knows he has to, and he's just trying to will his team back into this thing. And it's interesting. He spoke on last year playing with Kevin Durant. The key word I think about with him is adaptability. USA basketball, do whatever it takes. It fits in perfectly there. At Kentucky, he's coming off the bench, thrived enough to be the 13th pick. KD comes, Bradley Beal comes, he's still thriving. Now it's your team again. He's got to do it all over again.
So the three-point play completed. Booker was 17. Warriors going to massage the clock here, try to get 2 for 1 to end the half. There's one free one, and Steph's got a 3. He's got a dozen. He was 4 of 16 in Indiana on threes. He's 4 of 6 on threes tonight. Draymond, he blocked that lob.
He broke it up.
He's telling Buddy 1 shot.
Draymond is unreal defensively. Came over to help, knew that pass was coming, broke it up.
7-second game shot clock difference. Protecting that 21-point lead. Warriors, this is exactly what they were looking for after the road trip. JK, feet set. Missing that 3. Draymond batted it out, but Gillespie comes up with it. Final 5 seconds. And Booker will spoon feed, and O'Neal's got the easy one. You don't want a turnover there. Ryan Dunn, the heave, and that will do it. So 68-49. The Warriors shoot it at 50%. They hold Phoenix to 40% shooting, and the energy was palpable. Much different for the Dubs than we saw on the road trip. And Moses Moody,
the bench's energy.
13 points for Moses on 4 of 6 shooting, to the point where we're going to put a headset on him. So Mo, the energy and the effort and the bench production in the first half, what'd you think coming off that road trip? That was a nice turnaround here.
Yeah, that's the area we got to clean up. Took those on the road, so we just got to get back on track, and I feel like that's what we're doing. We executing, playing the game plan.
And to that point, we mentioned it, the energy off the bench, 41-12. Talk about the personality you guys have off the bench brigade doing their thing, coming in and changing games.
I think that's the key to a good team, and I think that's what we are. So we got those components. We don't take too much of a dip when you start searching. We got a lot of options.
Hey, your mom and dad are gonna like it. We had Joe Lacob up here. He said, "Hey, Moody's playing well."
Oh yeah, appreciate you.
Thanks for stopping. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's one of our favorites, Moses Moody. Say hi to Rona, his mom.
Yes.
You know they're watching.
Yeah.
Bonte, Festus, and Zena at the Gatehouse for Warrior Halftime Live. The Warriors offensively excellent. Only 5 turnovers and building the lead at the break.
Brand Toyota. Let's go places.
At halftime, the Warriors building the big lead, 68-49, and so many impressive things to talk about. I don't know if I like the 5 turnovers or holding Phoenix to 40% shooting, but this is the Warriors. I don't know, Milwaukee, Indiana, no. This is how the Warriors need to play. They were great.
This is what the Warriors can do when they're focused. We've seen it. You love the 5 turnovers. I love that too. The bench was unbelievable. The energy they played with, but the offensive execution, again, the lack of turnovers, contesting threes. We talked about it. The Suns came in this game. They were shooting it really well, really confident, contesting everything, make everything tough on them. So you want more of that. Devin Booker is going, right? You may get some more double teams here and there. Just get your energy up. We'll keep it up defensively and play a second half like that.
Front end of a back-to-back, it's good that the bench gave minutes. You don't have to ride everybody into the ground.
Well, you have young legs. Obviously, Moses Moody came in the game. You're just being aggressive at the right times, and they're playing off of each other well. You're not selfish. You're not driving in there single-mindedly. Pat Spencer making plays, getting out and running when you can, breaking the paint, kicking it back out. Those are the quality looks you want.
I had a request for Kalena on the Buki bifocals. Could we see a defensive play? Could we see and acknowledge Draymond Green?
I got you.
Our Buki's big-time bifocals brought to you by your Bay Area Chevy dealers. Let's see some defense.
I got you. Draymond Green, watch this. Freeze it here. He's staying up. He's got to go up, but he's behind the play now. You get the roller going to the basket. He's got to peel off, get all the way to Williams, and somehow still block this shot without fouling. He does it so well. Now, this is the pick and pop. This is why you love Quentin Post. You have the connection here. Williams is going to have to deal with Jimmy Butler, and he's occupied. So how do you get back out? You can't. Especially if he has any kind of a quick release. This is Steph's
relocate. Freeze it here. 2 defenders commit to him. It happens all the time. He sees Draymond Green. Watch Draymond Green. It's still, as soon as Steph gives it to him, go ahead and set that pin-in screen. Make it tough to close out to the guy. They crash into Steph. Somehow he's able to concentrate and still knock that down.
Well, Warriors 13 of 24 on threes, but it's not only the great percentage, a lot of good looks, not a lot of forced late clock threes at all. Really, really well done. And so offensively, it's 50%. Defensively, you're holding Phoenix to 41% shooting, and can't say it enough. 20 assists, only 5 turnovers.
It's massive because you're getting shots on goal. You're shooting a great percentage, but you're giving yourselves opportunities with the fact that you're not turning the ball over. And the execution is great. You love the energy they're playing. They looked energized in this game.
And now, having said all that, it's only halfway through. And so Steph Curry laying that up and in. We mentioned Jimmy Butler had a bit of a back issue, questionable whether he would play. So Moody starts, and Moody comes up with a steal. Steph with the trail 3. So a Curry layup, a Curry 3 off the Moody steal, and now the Warriors pushing it back up to 24.
Well, you're trying to make the Suns give up a little bit here. Warriors are in a zone. I doubt they will. They're probably going to try to go on a run here, but this is the start you're looking for.
And Curry knocking it away from Grayson Allen. The Draymond Express coming into the station. Dangerous pass to Kuminga. And here comes Allen headed the other way. Steph with kind of a foul to just stop that, yeah, just to kind of break up the odd man situation.
You're okay with that. Draymond probably want that one back. If Kuminga was going to catch that, which he did, he wasn't going to be able to do anything with it, so you're just trying to holster those and continue to take care of the ball.
Royce O'Neal, off iron there. So, you know Phoenix, we talk about their three-point shooting, we talk about the number of guys that have made 20 or more threes on their team. But if they're going to miss, just leave it to one and done. Just one rebound after every miss, back out to Curry, and missing that 3, because if you have a team like the Suns hit 4, 5, 6 threes in a row, all of a sudden you got a game.
Well, that's the thing. If they can force turnovers and get offensive rebounds, that'll help them get back in it, as Royce O'Neal knocks one down and blows a kiss while he's down 21.
Royce O'Neal, 26 threes in the first 8 games of the season. Draymond trying to, these are passes that don't need to be made right now. The Warriors have had a couple turnovers. Ryan Dunn backing it up. That 3 wouldn't stay down.
So with Draymond, he has to understand now they're kind of playing him for the pass. So once Steph gets double teamed, it may be your floater there. You may have to go score.
Curry missing that 3.
Because they're kind of sagging off of him on those.
Devin Booker from the baseline.
He just takes his time. And he kind of walks you down, gets into your body, creates separation so easily. That's the thing about Devin Booker. He is a gym rat. He's a basketball junkie, kind of like Steph. He just got paid again this summer. He's the highest paid guy in the league right now per year as Steph dribbles off his foot.
Okay, so 5 turnovers the entire first half.
Gotta be careful.
And 3 in 2.5 minutes. And this is what bedeviled the Warriors in their losses on the road.
You have mental lapses throughout some of these games. You're not able to keep your focus for 48 minutes. And this is how it goes. The Warriors have played so much better in this first half than they did on the road. But you lose your focus here. You let the Suns get back in this game. Anything can happen.
And then Mark Williams, a 3-point play opportunity. And these become self-inflicted situations.
They have playmakers all over the floor. Ball handling by committee. This time it's Grayson Allen. And you saw where Quentin Post had to go. He was just helping off and unable to get back to the roller.
Steve Kerr's going to use a timeout, and it's basically going to be, you got a 25-point lead. You don't need to let him back into the game. Stream the games on the NBC Sports app, brought to you by Toyota. And yeah, the Warriors on the go. They're going to Sacramento and back home Sunday, and then gone forever. They're going to Denver on Friday, but long, long road trip after that. Have the lead right now. We talked about our Kia player of the game, or if you want to say the player profile. Devin Booker, he is the only player left that played on the finals team in 2021, and he's the only player on the roster that was drafted by Phoenix.
Well, he said he's got unfinished business. He's been here for a while. He's seen it at the bottom, almost made it to the top, and he's trying to lead these young guys.
He started from the bottom, now he's here.
There you go. I was leading you into that. But I talked about his work ethic, and when your star player is like that, that trickles down. The star player is a culture setter. Now look at this zone. A little awkward for the Suns. It looks like almost like a box in one switching with Steph.
Kuminga in the middle of the zone. Draymond will drive it. Goes out on Quentin Post. And Post had it knocked away, but fouled.
Yeah, everybody else has to be ready to attack. You see the way they're playing Steph. They're making sure that one is on him. So you're going to have some space in the middle to drive it in there. Quentin Post had the right idea.
So you were up 25. It's cut to 16. You have the turnovers early here, but played pretty marvelous basketball most of the night. And Kuminga in the middle of the zone. Perfect for J.K.
Kind of flash in there. He took his time. Little turnaround jumper.
When you say the patience and the pace he's played with this year versus any other year of his career, just so noticeable. So slowing down Devin Booker. More difficult task. And that one knocked away. Warriors play the D. Quentin Post running the floor. Wheeling with the baby hook, and Mark Williams sent it away, and it's goaltended.
I was about to say, he was pretty far out around that dotted line.
They have the Hawkeye technology.
It looked like he was coming
to
down.
See if it's on the way down.
That's a jump hook from pretty far out, and he's almost under the basket when he jumps and gets this one. No, that's a goaltend.
That is coming down. Good response after the timeout for the Dubs. Push it back to 20.
And Quentin Post got rewarded for running the floor there. That was nice.
Jimmy Butler is not going to return to this game, so you have to be careful with that back. Ryan Dunn, he's a fun player, man.
They are making someone else score. Double team Booker, and Ryan Dunn's going, okay, I got to be aggressive. And look at this middle of the zone again.
Draymond wants to set the screen. Now Steph will drive around the shot blocker and putting it up and in. Mark Williams couldn't get to it.
Change the angle of that screen. Just keep going, drive by the slow defender as Williams gets his revenge. Again, you double team on the outside. You got to get a third defender in there to rotate. You don't want to give up the basket like that.
And Williams is only 23 of the 2 years at Duke. That's Draymond's third turnover in this quarter.
And Steph started to go, kind of juked him out. Draymond didn't see Dunn was in good position.
Grayson Allen missing the three. Kuminga the catch. Touchdown! That is a beautiful pass by Draymond Green.
And the foul. The pass, but the catch is amazing too. Wide receiver skills. It didn't have to dribble. Catch it over your shoulder. And all Grayson Allen could do was foul him, swipe down. Draymond is amazing because
that is
he's
not an easy pass.
Well, he's so bold and audacious. He just turned one over trying a tough pass, but he's not going to hesitate the next time. If he feels like a pass is there, he's going to try to make that pass.
Did you see his interaction with Steve? He said, I thought Steph was cutting. That's why I threw it. And Steve said, I got it. And
they kind of juked him out there. Usually those two connect seamlessly.
So Iguodaro back in.
Off his foot.
And Moody playing the D on Booker.
This is the Moses Moody game. Defensively, he's always focused on that side. He wants to make an impact. He's having a great offensive game, but he's going to bring the pressure.
When they were 25-9 in his starts last year, and it was playing that D, the point of attack defense, which is so critical. It's usually against the other team's star. Now Steph recovers that. Going to work on Iguodaro again. Picking it up and in. If you're a big and you're dealing with Curry, how difficult is that?
You're on an island. You made him bobble it. Steph is not taking no for an answer. I'm going right back at you. Devin Booker is coming right back at you.
So Moody commits the foul there.
So that's why they're double teaming this guy. And as soon as Booker sees he's got one defender on him, he's like, I better go quick before this second defender gets in there. A little hesitation in and out.
But give Iguodala some credit.
Great defense.
He kind of stayed with him, but Steph has teardrops for days.
We always say in our league, good offense beats good defense.
But that's what you have to deal with when you have a really good rim protecting team and a lot of bigs. You better bring out the entire repertoire when it comes to your finishing. And teardrops, jumping into guys, and figuring it out.
It's different in other pro sports. Baseball, a pitcher can shut down a good hitting lineup. A goalie can stand on his head in hockey. Defense beats offense in those sports, but not in the NBA. Iguodala was fantastic, but Steph is just otherworldly. Podziemski, a little step around. Then Brandon floating that home.
That creativity, the stop and go, change of pace, Euro step ball over the top. It's too much to deal with.
Booker for the baseline. Devin Booker announced his presence when he had 70 against the Celtics early in his career. You mentioned the Olympic gold, took this Phoenix team to the finals. Kuminga fight for the offensive rebound. Podziemski thought about a reload three. Shot clock at 5. Brandon on a relocate, much tougher three. The Warriors moving the ball around, using a little clock, making the Suns play D.
And they weren't rushed there. They didn't turn it over. You're okay with them at least getting a shot on goal.
Royce O'Neal, got to run him off the line, and he found Trayce Jackson-Davis, who doesn't play for the Suns and wasn't in the game.
Trayce Jackson-Davis is contributing on and off the floor.
And to be fair to Royce O'Neal, TJD was open.
He was open. He was. But we spoke on how Devin Booker is playing right now. This could be that kind of year for them again. You mentioned the 70 points where there's games where it's just him going and the rest of the team is struggling.
Oh, watch out. That pass fortunately got to Quentin Post. Did he do a Zaza? Trying to drop it down for Podziemski, but he committed the foul with the screen, and he did not agree with that.
Well, if you're going to do it, you got to make sure you complete it and not move. Get the moving screen there. That's a tough one. Let's see. Did he move enough? Oh, man. I don't like that call at all.
I'm sort of with Quentin there. And Quentin is such a good guy. I strongly disagree. Now Kuminga going to take a turn on Devin Booker. He will get into arms and get to the line. Foul on Trayce there.
He's relentless now. He's not taking no for an answer. TJD was there. Did he get him on the arm? He's looking for contact, and he's finding it.
A couple free throws, courtesy of Jack in the Box.
My Monster Munchies, monster-sized flavor at the fun-sized price of $3 each.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
And now they're in the bonus, too. So the rest of the quarter, free throws every time they get fouled.
So Guy Santos, who was terrific in Indiana in terms of an energy boost, and he had a three, he had a layup where he cut without the ball, he had multiple rebounds. He'll spell Kuminga here.
Well, Kuminga's had a nice third quarter so far. He struggled in the first half, kind of made the adjustment. Now you bring in Guy Santos, and Guy Santos is saying, can they match my intensity?
For JK, I just look at the rebounds now. I mean, another 5 boards tonight. Just been excellent. So Buddy Hield and Guy Santos with Steph Podziemski and Trayce Jackson-Davis. Iguodala knocked that away. Shot clock at 5. Warriors have nothing going this possession. Podziemski's got to make something out of nothing. Shot clock at 1. Floated it up and out. Did well just to get a shot attempt. Right down the lane.
Well, Jordan Otto said they want to play fast and push the ball up the floor, kick it ahead, throw it ahead, whatever you want to call it.
So the Suns, after getting pasted in that first half, having the engine play here in the third. Curry getting to the line.
So Steph is not letting them double team him and take him out of the game now. The 2 defenders stay up with him. He's saying, I'm going to drive by this slower Iguodala. And Iguodala, he can defend. He can get better with his rim protection, but he's agile. He can move his feet. Steph is saying, you're not moving your feet well enough to stay with me.
I think also Steph said, Devin Booker has 9 free throws. I have none. I'm going to make sure I get to the line this trip down.
Why not? Plus, you're without Jimmy Butler the rest of the way. Steph is saying, I'll get to the free throw line for him.
My favorite promo ever, the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, fast, reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. No contracts or pump fakes. Nothing stays the same for 5 years, Kalina Azubuike, nothing.
I do like that, no pump fakes. You don't hear businesses use that term a lot.
5 years.
That's big.
Man. Other companies starting to match that. Let's go.
I know, right?
Buy a car, same price for 5 years. Let's go.
Everybody's looking for some consistency. Right. They're like, we'll give you 5 years of it. Man, Devin Booker is getting calls now. And if you're the Warriors, you have to understand what's happening. Get your hands out of it. Get your arms out of it. Use your feet. Trust your feet more. And now he's at the free throw line again.
Well, you noted once they get into the bonus, a real cold-blooded scorer like Booker's going to be like, oh, you bump me? Jimmy does it well when the Warriors get in the bonus.
Yeah. And he's going to react. Make sure he reacts when he gets the bump or finds some contact.
Devin Booker has 11 free throws. The entire Warrior team has 8.
Well, it's interesting. Jordan Ott started out the right way, meeting with him, convincing Devin Booker that he understood how the game was evolving. This is how we can play. Showed him some film. Devin Booker was like, okay, I like this.
Somewhere Shai Gilgeous-Alexander saying, hold my beer. 14 free throws, that's nothing. DJD on the roll. Laying it up and out. Couldn't decide whether to dunk it or flip it home. Podziemski missing that three. And saved back in, and Booker's got it again.
Look out here. You don't want them to get this thing to like 13 or 12.
Isaiah Livers has been banged up. This is his first playing time. Booker with the shot clock at 5. Ren Gillespie off the line, and Livers down the lane, hammers it home.
He is bouncing. Well, that started when you kind of lost sight of your man there. You got the pin and screen. You get into the paint, and then you lose sight of Livers coming down the paint.
Yeah, 4 years at Michigan. His 59 games his rookie year. This is now year 4 for him, but trying to stay healthy. Curry off back iron, so 15-point game. Suns have shaved 10 off the deficit. Gillespie, he is very fortunate for the Devs. He missed that. He's been so hot all season. Booker will tee up a 3.
Okay, Livers is having an impact. He's all energy. He's almost like Guy Santos. He got that offensive rebound, found their best shooter. Here they come. They're down 12 now.
13-2 Phoenix run, and you got a game. Drive of the game. Steph Curry with the great hands. He drove in, but Moses Moody never assume anything. Great hustle there and rewarded our GMC drive of the game.
Run, run, run. And get you an easy one, and that kind of got Moses Moody going. He's had a great game. He has the 13 points. Probably knew Ryan Dunn is a really smart, tricky defender. Might have a chance at that one, so he got him an easy one. But I think the best thing that can happen right now for the Warriors after those last 2 losses on the road that really stung is kind of use it as a wake-up call and reset and understand, yeah, we have our star power, we have the Hall of Famers, but we still have to come in here and earn wins. And you did that tonight in the first half. Now you're getting to the point where you may have to win this one again. You kind of want to stifle the Suns' run here and go back on your own run.
Yeah, well, the frustrating part of the end of the Indiana game, you had an 11-point lead, and it was a 21-5 Pacer run to win the game. So now, you got a game here is Iguodala blocking Pat Spencer. Good look at a 3 for Goodwin, and look out, Suns are all the way back now. You got a single-digit game on a 16-2 run.
They have a lot of momentum right now. You need to quell that momentum with a great possession here. Execute something everybody on the court knows.
Steph and Draymond are sitting, and Jimmy Butler's not coming back in the second half. DJD had it knocked away. It'll still remain Warrior ball with 8 to shoot.
Usually with this group, you have movement. You don't want to get stagnant. They give it to Trace Jackson-Davis there, and everybody's just kind of standing. Go split action, move, cut. They give him an outlet there.
Guy Santos, Podziemski, Moody.
Especially if they bring multiple defenders as Kuminga gets in the game. Now you have a downhill attack here. Coach Kerr is really trying to figure out how do we close this out strong.
Well, you got a lot of young guys on the floor at the same time here. This is also grow-up time. Your 25-point lead is down to 9. Shot clock at 5. Pat Spencer gonna shoot the three. He got it. That's a big shot right there.
And look at him shoot a look at the bench like 2 defenders left me. You want me to shoot it? Okay, I'm gonna kill you with this.
On the bench, 46 points tonight. Booker attacking, Trace is there, and he finished anyway. That's strong. Devin Booker is fun to watch. He's got his average now, 32. He thought about the three. Going to take Goodwin into the post and get to the line. That's a good decision there. You know, hey, Goodwin's closing out of the three. Walk him down. He's only 6'3".
You don't have to let him off the hook. Watch the 2 defenders go to Moses Moody. He's kind of having the game. Now Pat Spencer's going, I have all the time in the world, and he says, thank you very much to the Suns bench. A little show and go. Jordan Goodwin's a really solid defender. Tough, he's thick. You can see his body there, but Moses Moody is saying, I'm going right at you, trying to cave your chest in.
So
Challenge.
Phoenix is going to use their second challenge here. Was Moody fouled on his way to the bucket with the Warrior lead at 10. Tonight's Warriors Shop item of the game. Level up your pregame with the Warriors and Yeti tumblers. The tumblers, the coolers, and more. Shop.warriors.com. You ever put anything in a Yeti cooler?
I haven't, but I've heard they're really good.
You ice something in there,
stays cold.
Come back like 6 days later, it's still cold.
I love that.
Yeah, the Yeti coolers are sweet.
I've heard of Yetis.
So the Sprite Coaches Challenge, take your Sprite, put them in the Yeti cooler.
Well, I love Sprite. Let's see how this challenge goes. I think the problem is they're saying maybe he was losing the ball before any foul occurred. I mean, because there's definitely a foul if you just want the
right there.
The swipe down right there, but they're saying the ball is kind of heading out of bounds. He's losing control before the contact happened. Maybe that's what they're challenging.
Is that clear and conclusive? And Mark Lindsay talking to Sean Wright and the group back in Secaucus.
Mark Lindsay, you know,
see Marat Kogut's got his earpiece.
He's given 2 really good presentations. Jordan Ott wants another one.
Now, you made the swipe down. You might have had a foul before he began the shooting motion. That might be the other issue.
Yeah, they can adjudicate all of it. They can look at the whole thing and see what's what. Now, Coach Kerr's trying to figure out, do I draw something up for? Well, obviously,
it wouldn't be free throws regardless. It'd only be the 14th foul on Phoenix in the first and the last 2 minutes. So,
well, again, regardless of what the result is, you love Moses Moody's mentality, and I think that's what they need to keep doing the rest of this quarter. Keep driving it, test their rim protection.
And Moody was 3 of 5 on threes, okay? But Goodwin had a good closeout, so it would have been a contested 3. So instead he said, I'm 6'6", I'm going to walk this guy to the box. I mean, I like that. The decision-making for younger players in pressure situation here.
And that's all part of your shot selection, too.
So here we go. Mark Lindsay has the ruling. The adjudication, as you like to say. There we go.
After review, defender Goodwin makes illegal contact to the left hand of driver Moody. As a result, the ruling on the floor of a defensive foul on Goodwin will stand. However, the illegal contact occurred prior to the legal upward shooting motion of Moody. As a result, the ruling on the floor will stand as a defensive foul, and play will resume with a side-out throw-in for Golden State on the sideline with the shot clock reset to 14.
Okay. Mark Lindsay's on fire tonight.
Yeah, he did that well.
I'm telling you, he either went to Billy Kennedy School or he's been watching a lot of episodes of Matlock.
Well, these officials are understanding we're getting airtime. Why not show out? Why not show the presentation
and
skills?
now Phoenix is done with challenges, so that's it.
Why not take him on a ride? I think Billy's got a little more flair.
No, Billy would have the dramatic pause.
Yeah, he gets the crowd into it, feeds off their energy too.
Right idea, but that pass a little too strong, and so 6 turnovers in the quarter after the Warriors had committed 5 the entire first half.
This is getting a little too close for comfort.
25-point lead down to 10. It was single digits before the Spencer 3.
Here's your double team on Devin Booker.
Booker to a cutter, knocked away, and the Warriors come up with it. I like that, Kate. Jerry Stackhouse is like, hey, we're not letting Devin Booker take on the world here.
But everybody else has to be ready and rotate to the cutters. Make sure you give no openings.
Can't give a great player the same look all the time. That was a good adjustment, and then off the ball, Moody was fouled, and that would put the Warriors in the bonus.
And Jordan Goodwin is having a tough time with Moody as he's moving, sweeping over the top. Above the break 3. So you get a little switch happening here.
So Iguodaro threw Moody into Goodwin.
Yeah.
So Iguodaro will get the foul, and Moody will get the free throws. Officials do a good job with that. Watching, there's so much screen roll, there's so many high picks, there's so many DHOs. Like, guys, instead of fighting over, sometimes they just move a body and throw them into another collision.
It's just about taking the shortcut sometimes. It's so hard to deal with all the screening that happens, especially these two teams. They're going to review this one. I think Mark Lindsay just wants more airtime.
He's put the earpiece back in?
Yeah.
Now, this is not from either coach.
This is an official review. Oh, who's the shooter?
Yeah, they're just double checking, and that's why he put the earpiece in.
Yeah,
and just tell Secaucus, hey, who did he foul? He fouled Moody. Okay, great.
Moses Moody could just walk over and be like, hey guys, it was me.
You know, good free throw shooters have sometimes walked to the line instead of teammates, so they didn't want that to happen. Moses missing the free throw. Warriors have not been there very much. They're 8 of 9 as a team.
So you got a game on your hands here. Only down 10. If you can make this one, you're up 11. You need to stack some stops here to end this third quarter.
So Moses with 14 off the bench. Curry leading the way with 23.
And it's Devin Booker starting off the ball now.
And Booker's got 32 to pace Phoenix. Trace changed that.
Nice.
Gillespie got up in the air, and Trace was like on the clips.
Well, it came late. It caught Gillespie off guard. It came off Iguodaro. They switched on Devin Booker with that action, and you got TJD making sure they get nothing easy at the rim.
So how do you handle the final 45 seconds here? Quinn post in for TJD. Shot clock at 7, looking for a cutter. Not going to work on Gillespie himself. Pat Spencer had hit 1-3. And post couldn't quite grab that rebound. Gillespie headed the other way. You got about 6 seconds. You're going to get that last possession. Moody knocked that away.
I love that from Moses Moody. Why let him catch it if you don't have to? Make the catch tough. See if you can deny him. Go on the sideline side and knock that one away. Get aggressive. Fight.
Can you go stop and score here? You got 7.5 difference. Big clock, little clock.
It's big because more than likely Steph is not going to start the fourth, so you got more non-Steph minutes. Jimmy Butler's not coming back. Draymond's going to finish this quarter out now.
You know, Trace Jackson post tonight, the two centers. 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists on 7 of 10 shooting.
I like it.
So if you combined TJP with Trace and Quentin, very good productivity from the two bigs.
Well, I just love seeing Trace Jackson Davis have an impact on this.
That pass was supposed to go to Booker. First O'Neal carries on. Now Booker going to work on Kuminga. From the baseline, oh man, is he good. 34. Podziemski with Pat Spencer to play beat the clock. And Kuminga traveled. I don't know if Pat didn't realize he had a layup there or what the clock situation was.
Well, so he didn't think he had enough time initially, so he started to go up and shoot it. Then he looked and saw he had more time. He's like, oh, I shouldn't shoot this. Let me give it to Kuminga. And then Kuminga just walked.
The layup with 3 seconds left. Kuminga only had the steal. He was out of bounds.
Joe Lacob head on a swivel over there. And he's impacted the game in all kinds of ways. Up here in the booth, down there in the front row.
If Kuminga goes into the stands, it's not like a foul ball. You can't keep him. You have to put him back in the field of play.
Help him out.
1.5 here. Backed away, JK again.
Right back to that front row. They're getting a lot of action over there.
Now 3/10. The ball is not enough time to secure and attempt a shot. So this has got to be something to the rim. It was tipped, and the Warriors were ready for it. So Booker had 17 in the third, made all 5 of his shots. You have a game now, 92-83, heading into the fourth. Toyota game summary where the Suns own that third. Fortunately, the Warriors had built the big lead, but you get a 9-point game heading into the fourth here.
Well, the problem was they had 7 turnovers in that one quarter, more than they had in the first half. They only had 5 in the first half. No Devin Booker to start. Can you win these minutes with Steph starting this fourth quarter now?
Grayson Allen flipping it inside, and Iguodala pays it off.
So Grayson Allen has worked on his playmaking, and with Devin Booker not on the floor, he's one of the main playmakers, him and Gillespie.
So Steph and Draymond start this fourth, and Royce O'Neal knocks that away. It's Curry, Draymond Green with Moody, Podziemski, and Quentin Post. Iguodala, Grayson Allen, Isaiah Livers with Gillespie, and Royce O'Neal for Phoenix.
Suns are 5th in opponent turnovers. They're going to get active with their hands. O'Neal.
The Warriors throw it away again. What has happened in the second half? Gillespie is the sniper, but he'll put it on the deck. Great little space. Curry will track that down.
You have to curtail some of your boldness and just go away from any pass that you're not sure about.
Draymond finding Moody. Catch and shoot corner 3. Moses has 17.
And Steph created that without touching the ball. He cut up. 2 defenders went with him. Draymond slips out of it, and then you find Moses Moody.
Royce O'Neal missing. Good box out Quentin Post, but Livers and Draymond battling for that. They're saying it was off of the Warriors. I think Mark Lindsay's going to help Morant Kogut that Livers touched it last, and that they got changed. There you go. Yeah, the Warriors should not have had to use a challenge for that.
Yeah, right off Livers' kneecap.
Right off his liver.
Liver is one of those glue guys. You think about the high intensity he plays with. Not going to create his own shot very much, but he can have an impact on the game like he did when he first came in.
Put the size on Curry. We've seen that a lot. He goes right around Iguodala and flips it up and in.
He just decelled, made sure he kept Iguodala at bay. He was going to jump back into him.
So Steph's got 25.
I think Gillespie cutting through there. Held on to him.
This guy's 37 years of age. He's seen every defense and every type of defender.
Watch this subtle move back that way. And he's going to the rim. That's how you make sure you negate the shot blocking ability.
Gillespie on rebound Livers. See all the three-point shooters sitting outside. Grayson Allen trying to find Livers, and there's Podziemski working with Moody. Moses in a foot race, and he's clubbed, and he will go to the line.
Now you're getting going. You have 25 fast break points, so they're 12. That's worked for you. When then you get out and run, you force some turnovers.
I know Brandon was a good baseball player. That's how a defensive back would play that perfectly in the NFL, though.
He did that. Just shoot the gaps, and it's not even a gamble because you're in pretty good position. You know you're going to get it. Way to make your first free throw. Now, this is what it takes. You're trying to extend the lead back out.
With defense.
That's it.
Come up with the stops, then run opportunistically, take care of the ball, and rebuild that lead. Moody has been spectacular tonight off the bench. He's got 19 points in his 24 minutes. The Warrior bench has been fabulous.
Phenomenal.
Run Gillespie off the line. He's had that great three-point shooting start to the year. Grayson Allen on a reload. Quentin Post was flying at him, and he made it anyway. So Allen's got 10. 3 sons of double figures. When does Booker come back? Podziemski 3. Brandon's got 11.
Draymond is whirling that ball all over the place. 2 defenders got stuck with him. Opened up pods.
Grayson Allen again. Big rebound, Quentin Post. Coletta said in the first half for both Trace and Quentin, be big. Be big, and they have been with 18 points and 7 boards.
They're battling on the boards.
Nice center combo tonight with Al Horford getting the night off, but ready for Sacramento tomorrow. Podziemski trying to turn the corner, and he gets stubborn getting contact. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
He leaned into him the first time, didn't get the call. He leaned into him again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Watch Draymond. Get off me, get off me. And the 2 defenders just get stuck. Opened up pods, he's ready to shoot it. Now you got air pods at the free throw line. So you have some momentum now. Can you continue to capitalize? You would think Steph is going to get a break in the middle of the quarter, right? A little donut rest.
Yeah, but Jordan Ott's like, okay, I'm pushing my chips in the middle.
Of course.
Here comes Devin Booker.
Booker's got to come back in. He had to take a little bit of a break, but it's going to get much tougher to defend in this game. It's getting much tougher to defend in the league in general with the pace. And one of the things that Jordan Ott and Coach Kerr love to do is set a lot of guard-to-guard screens. So can you talk it out? Communication is so important, especially how fast the game is now.
Steph 25, Moody 19. Podziemski hits both free throws 13. Quentin Post 11. So the Warriors putting a bunch of guys in double figures. Allen skip pass. Goodwin missing that 3. He missed it so badly. It ricocheted right to Royce O'Neal. Draymond tipped it to Steph. So you pushed it back up to 16. Curry in, out, up, and wouldn't quite bank it home, and then he spilled on the baseline. Steph is okay. That was a dangerous collision. Booker missing that 3, and Podziemski with the rebound. Warriors have this fourth quarter energy. Moody! He hits a 3. He's got 22. 5 of 7 from deep, and a 15-3 Warrior response.
That's big time. Moses Moody thought he got fouled there on the way up, but he kept his concentration. You're off and running again. Building the lead up again.
Smart man. And then what? Oh, frozen or non? Frozen or crazy? Huh? 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 If you're gonna stand on business, stand on business.
I didn't think he was gonna shoot it. I'm like, you see me standing.
He hit you with the Karl Malone.
Hurt right in my wrist.
I got GP2 mic'd up. The Karl Malone would lead with his knee, and he'd said, you might take 1 charge, but you're not taking another one.
He'd think twice about it the next time. GP2 is good for the soul as Ryan Dunn goes to the basket and misses. Williams gets it back.
And Quentin Post rebounds the miss. Williams couldn't finish.
Yeah, Steph, what his favorite fruit was.
Oh, there was the Zaza between the legs. And Steph couldn't hit the 3. Steph said pineapple, and immediately Dole reached out for an endorsement.
I love pineapples. I've been eating a lot of grapes lately. Didn't pan out.
A little Zaza Pachulia.
It didn't pan out with the make, but it was well executed.
So Booker, 17 in the 3rd. When does he ignite in the 4th? One down to live out there. He is 3 of 11. But when we give Phoenix extra opportunities, they got a lot of guys that can stripe it, and Grayson Allen making the Warriors pay.
That shows you how hard defense is, especially when you don't finish it with a rebound. The long shots yield long misses. They were able to get the circle of honor covered.
Quentin Post, what a confident stroke there.
And he's pointing at the bench. This is for you.
He's 5 of 6, 4 of 5 on 3s.
I love his celebrations. Again, Steph taking 2 defenders with him. Quentin Post can pop out of there.
Warriors are 12 and 3 when Quentin Post makes more than 3 threes. And Booker responding.
And he got a foul there. Booker just kind of walks you down, sees that next defender coming, then just fades away from it. Watch Steph take Williams with him. Williams like, hey, switch back. Goodwin didn't do it in time. Goodwin.
The 52nd pick in the draft a year ago. Between he and Trace. Center productivity, both taken in the 50s the last 2 drafts. Curry with Mark Williams defending that well.
It was a tough shot. He tried to hit him with a giant killer, but Williams did a pretty good job.
Ooh, the giant killer. I like that.
Yeah, he tried it.
Moody's got to take a turn on Booker here. Not reaching. Booker gets post on a switch. Ryan Dunn out of the corner. And Ryan Dunn, who had been 1 of 6, buries that 3.
So Draymond is working so hard defensively. He's in the restricted circle just because he's helping off, because Devin Booker has the ball. Then he has to try to get back when this guy gets the ball.
Well, Dunn is the guy you're leaving. He's 1 of 6. He just made the Warriors pay, and Steph got it taken by Dunn. And Booker, with Quentin Post hustling back, saved the layup. Williams is fouled inside.
They got rewarded for their patience. Devin Booker didn't want to try Quentin Post, got it back out, and then Williams is running the floor.
Now, one oddity tonight, the Suns have had more threes than their opponents in every game this year.
Well, they're leading the NBA in point differential from the three-point line.
Right, and yet the Warriors have the advantage 19-11 tonight.
It's big. Well, you just got to make sure you're contesting as good as you can and making every shot tough as possible.
Second free throw coming your way, courtesy of Kia. And to add to your point, Kay, they beat the Spurs. They were plus 27 from the three-point line, were the Suns. Yeah. So having the 19-11 advantage, the Warriors are plus 24 on threes tonight. First time all season that would happen to Phoenix.
That's how they overcame all the turnovers in that Spurs game.
Right.
The Suns shot the 3-ball so well, hit 19 threes.
You got a 12-point game. They had that 15-3 run that kind of put you back in double figures. Buddy Hield and Moses with Kuminga, Draymond, and Podziemski. Shot clock at 7. Podziemski on the big man. There is the giant killer. He missed that 3, and Moody with the foul.
So this is where Steph's out of the game, taking his rest. You didn't get anything really out of that first action. So you're left to just try to make something happen. Just a tough contested shot. Can you get better looks now? Threatening drives, break the paint, really make them work, move the ball from side to side, create some long closeouts.
Each team with 3 team fouls, so you don't want to put Phoenix in the bonus early like you did in the third. Devin Booker sees single coverage. He's going at him, but Draymond, he's just amazing. Just helped out Buddy. Racing out again.
Oh my goodness.
That is a tough shot.
He did that runaway step back. That is so tough to do. To turn around and get your feet square.
10-0 run by the Suns. They're trying to get Curry that rest. Down to 9 again. Kuminga. And you've got a defensive 3-second violation. Mark Williams was guarding nobody, so technical free throw.
Well, that's how threatening Kuminga is there. But look at this. Talk about running away. I mean, he's just going out towards the hash. That is a tough shot. He's 35% from three-point range, which shows you, even though he's made so many, shows you how many he's taken a game. He's over 9 a game. Wow.
The shot making and the skill of today's NBA is just remarkable.
Everybody's got to have a step back nowadays, but that's a different type of step back.
But he made the technical free throw. Podziemski live. Kuminga guides it home.
He got fouled on that one too, but how about Draymond drawing 2 defenders as a ball handler up top? That's what set that up.
Booker again. Can he keep Williams off the glass? And he just hammers it down.
Beast mode in there.
He's got a double-double, 12 and 12.
The rebounding is going to get much tougher, especially with Williams in there.
You're exactly where you were in Milwaukee and Indiana. You're sitting there with an 11-point lead in Indiana and inside of 5 minutes.
Buddy Hield missed his opportunity to drive.
Draymond down the lane. That is erased but Draymond was fouled.
Good thing. Watch the two defenders stay up with Draymond. Wrap around pass, then Booker has to come off of Kuminga. There's some contact there. Watch Ryan Dunn kind of get him up top. How do you still control that when he grabs your arm like that? That is power. Catch radius everywhere for Kuminga.
That's a very skilled lob by Podziemski. Well, you love that was just special.
Well, you love him in the middle as the decision maker. So all these positions, as Draymond misses the free throw, all those positions are interchangeable. We've seen different guys as rollers. Draymond's been the roller. That time he was the playmaker, the ball handler up top. Two stay with him, which happens with Steph.
So you think about the third, where the Warriors have been good all year, not good tonight, and the fourth, which they're third worst in the fourth quarter, but they're holding on right now. I did not think I would ever see a graphic with the Golden State Warriors third worst in the NBA in the fourth quarter. Now, very early in the season, but that's alarming. And Booker, he's got 38.
They have time to work with. You need to keep scoring. Coach Kerr is going to talk about this.
You didn't bring it home in Milwaukee. You didn't bring it home in Indiana. Can you bring it home in the Bay? Take a look at our Lexus Drive to Greatness. Devin Booker, 38 points, 13 of 23, 11 of 11 from the line. And very difficult to stop. And with the game getting down to 8, they have a closer.
Well, look at the pace he plays with. Sometimes he's just walking around and he gets whatever shot he wants. Sees defenders closing out to him. Show and go, get inside. His mid-range game is so nice. How do you stop him? Probably a lot of double teams are needed to close this thing out and then just rotate to the other shooters that are threats like Grayson Allen.
Well, last year when the Warriors were 25 and 26, they acquired Jimmy Butler. You don't have Butler for the second half of this game. This looks a little like last year.
It does.
That's where Jimmy would score or get fouled or get in the bonus. Steph is back in. Draymond attacking. Quentin post, a high arcing three off back iron. Good closeout by Mark Williams. Grayson Allen ran over Podziemski.
That is unbelievable. Usually he gets it closer to the basket. To get a charge drawn outside the three-point line while Grayson Allen is trying to avoid him. A little juke towards the right and he's going left. And
what a huge defensive play. He just does it all the time.
Pods read it perfectly.
Oh, man. That pass secured by Podziemski.
They're scaring you.
Like you said, get shots on goal. You're working with an 8-point lead with 2:50 left. Curry down the lane. Steph will get himself to the line. He would not be denied.
Just take it. And he waited till he felt like there was a hole in the defense. He could break through the paint there. You love this type of patience. Look at him just waiting. And then he's saying, okay, I'm going. And I'm going to drive it as tight as I can. Going more towards the right. Once I go left there, that's really nice.
Well, you got the best free thrower in the world, and now you're in the bonus for the rest of the game. So that was a double whammy. Steph's got 26.
And the mentality to not let him off the hook. Yeah, you're a great three-point shooter. Drive it. See if you can get to the free throw line.
He had a whistle before he made that. It's going to be a tee.
Oh, he's got a tee. Is that on
Dylan Brooks?
Dylan Brooks? He's not even playing?
So Brett Nansel.
He's got the shades on the bench, chirping at Brett Nansel. He wasn't having it.
Well, they're either going to count that and give Steph another one or make him shoot 2 more free throws.
That is rough. If you're Jordan Knott, what do you say to Dylan Brooks? Probably nothing right now, but that's funny.
The crowd is having fun with that.
The crowd realizes that
he is not a favorite of Dub Nation.
He's getting booed like this when he's not playing. Think what he's going to be like when he is playing.
You know, but I want to be fair to Dylan Brooks. When you watch the Olympic Netflix special, you see him with Team Canada, and you see him with his family and everything. Like, and defensively, he's a great player.
Well, he brings an intensity to a team for sure.
He does, but if he's on your team, you love him, and if he's an opponent, you don't like him.
Exactly.
It's almost like the Warriors have a guy like that too.
Yeah, that's true. That's the one thing you don't want. Especially if you're not playing and you can't impact the game, you're getting your team penalized just because you're chirping. That's not good.
You don't want that. And Steph, he made the first free throw. He makes the technical free throw. He will shoot one more because they called off his second made free throw on this foul because of the tee.
And they make you earn those. If you're not playing, he probably said something pretty poignant there to get that tech. They're not just going to throw those out.
It was very poignant.
Yeah, I mean, how else do you describe it? Warriors will take it.
And Steph makes them all. So the two made on the foul plus the technical. Curry's got 28. And it pushes things to 11.
The Suns trying to come back. That doesn't help your cause.
He knocked it away from Booker. Booker saying, "Go away, I'll work it myself." Draymond's like, I'm gonna help. Got it out of Booker's hands. Grayson Allen down the lane, the float it short. Rebound, Mark Williams. He missed it short. Quentin Post, be big in there, and he is. And Moody getting on the deck too.
Just hopefully no one got rolled up on there. That's the thing you're worried about, especially Quentin Post. Guy's diving on the floor. He's got his back to it.
I tell you,
It's a little rough. He's fighting. It's a battle.
Now, Quentin and Trace have been excellent as a center tandem tonight.
You see how he got pushed forward there. Get some floor burn in your life. Who wants it more? It's up for grabs. Now how do you win this jump ball? Probably.
Quentin Post's leg was in there while they were diving for the ball. All right, where's he going to tap it?
Probably there. Draymond was signaling to him, and he's facing that direction. You got two Warriors together behind him.
If Moses got it clean, you could get Podziemski leaking out. He tried. Batted out of bounds. It's Phoenix ball.
Got to play defense again now.
Tell you what's different than Indiana and tonight. The energy the guys are playing with down the stretch here. I mean, they're playing really hard.
I said earlier, they look so much more energized in this game. The sense of urgency is through the roof. They know they have to have this one.
Devin Booker. Steph played him well. And Podziemski the board. Couple more buckets, and he put this one away.
2 minutes.
One more bucket or one more stop. Got Moody inside, and that should do it.
They're just waiting for Steph to come off his screen, and Moses Moody's defender went with Steph. Slip out of that.
What a brilliant night for Moses. 24 off the bench with the efficiency 7 of 10. Podziemski with the foul. Warriors had one to give.
They got it. And just the rebounding down the stretch, the defensive rebounding for the Warriors too. Understanding the Suns are so desperate. Everybody's going. All these athletes. Mark Williams done attacking the glass. You got to find someone, check them, and then you pursue the ball.
Yeah, I mean, Phoenix 17 second chance points, but you've turned the faucet off a little bit here in the fourth when it mattered. Get the ball out of Booker's hands. Goodwin nowhere to go. And Steph drawn to the offensive foul.
A good thing because he saved the layup.
Hey, Steph's taking 2 charges tonight.
He has. Pods can do it. Steph's doing it. He saved the layup. He had a cutter going baseline, but watch Steph moving his feet. Williams just kind of backed out of that screen. Can't do that. You got to protect Steph there. Draymond gets a hug from his coach. But Coach Kerr knows how impactful Draymond was.
Draymond 8 assists, 6 rebounds.
He's been the plus-minus leader
of the whole
to
team.
Start this season.
He's one of the top plus-minus guys in the whole league. So Steph and Draymond sitting. You got Sacramento tomorrow. The Warriors are going to play 5 back-to-backs by November 19th. No other team in the league is going to play 3. Get these back-to-backs out of the way. They played 15 this year, and they get Podziemski with an offensive foul.
And Trace Jackson-Davis got back in the game. I actually did a Warrior for a Day event before this game, and they asked me, is Trace Jackson-Davis going to get back in the rotation? I was like, he's got to stay ready. You never know. And he's back in this game. He's had an impact.
He's found a way to stay in shape, stay in game shape. He was working out hard before the game. He had his heart monitor on, going super hard before the game, and he's rewarded with some minutes here.
The officials are going to discuss with Secaucus if this was something in the head or neck area as Brandon warded off.
Can we just get out of here clean? Grayson Allen is all over him. Yeah, he got a little elbow action there, a little chicken wing. Kind of like, did you ever see He Got Game?
Sure.
How Denzel Washington did that dude?
It's an offensive foul on Golden State's Podziemski. Replay will be utilized to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
And so
they're running Mark Lindsay into the ground here.
They really are.
He's had a lot of presentations. He's kind of stumbling over his words now. He's had a good showing, though. I'm not going to.
We didn't want to make too big a deal about a game in November, but just being around the team and being on this last road trip, there were a lot of really unhappy people that were coming home from Milwaukee and Indiana. So this game became incredibly important for the Warriors, particularly since they have the back-to-back with Sacramento tomorrow, and you're down Jimmy Butler. I think a lot of Warriors, particularly the young guys, answered the bell tonight.
He's just paying attention to the details. It's the little things. One of the big things they had on their mind coming in, you could tell, was taking care of the ball. Only 5 turnovers in the first half.
Right?
They struggled in the third quarter, better in the fourth quarter. Much better with their execution in the fourth quarter. We already spoke on the defensive rebounding, just making sure you corral it, all hands on deck. Guards get in there. If the bigs can't get to it, sometimes they got to face guard their guy, let someone else get in there. And then you're not fouling unnecessarily. You know, getting away from this play that just happened.
But think about the fourth. Booker went for 17 in the third. He has 4 points in the fourth on 2 of 5 shooting. And here is the ruling on it flagrant. Is this unnecessary contact? Is this something in the head and neck area?
While there is some elbow contact to the upper chest of Allen, there is no windup or significant follow-through. As a result, the ruling on the floor of an offensive foul will stand. Play will resume with the side-out throw-in for Phoenix in the backcourt with the shot clock reset to 24.
I'm okay with that.
Tell you, I feel like we called the game with GP2, Joe Lacob, and Mark Lindsay tonight.
We
had quite the broadcast crew.
All hands on deck, man. When the sense of urgency is through the roof, you can't go 3 losses in a row, especially after those 2 terrible losses. Get everybody up here. Help us out.
I tell you, when you add Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks to this team,
they're going to be tough.
I mean, Phoenix, Portland, there are no nights in the West that are easy. Makes for some pretty compelling basketball, by the way. Absolutely. Devin Booker with Moody on him. Just doubling to get the ball out of his hands. Grayson Allen out of the corner. And Moody hustled all the way over there to contest that. So Sacramento tomorrow night. The Warriors are going to stop that losing streak at 2. They're going to stay undefeated at home. Moody finally misses from 3. But I kind of like that they got to the middle of the fourth quarter, and here was a 10-point lead, and you had squandered one in your last game, and you actually outplayed the Suns down the stretch to maintain as Mark Williams flies in.
I just love that some of the young guys had an impact. Moses Moody, Podziemski, even Trace Jackson-Davis getting in the game. Guys with young legs, his first game of this back-to-back. Sometimes you need to lean on these guys. They grew up tonight.
Warrior pregame live coming your way at 6. We'll have the broadcast at 7 from Sacramento. Warriors have to take 1 turnover here with the 24-second violation. And that will do it. Dubs are going to be 4-0 at home. You're playing 10 out of 12 on the road. Take advantage of these home games, and they did tonight. 118-107 the final. Jordan Ott should be proud. This Suns team is on the way. And Steve Kerr should feel good, too, because the Warriors answered the bell.
You needed this one. Your sense of urgency was through the roof. Your focus was there tonight. Got the job done.
So Moody with 24 off the bench. Steph had 28. The Warriors win it 118-107. You got to sleep fast, Glenn Azubuike. Sacramento's coming your way, and Warrior Postgame Live is coming up right now.
In the game, the Dubs led by 25. It did get a little hairy early in the fourth quarter when the Suns cut a 25-point lead to 7, 92-85. But the Warriors then went.
Max wanted music. What I do